What is going on, YouTube? Joe here with Color Nation Media, bringing you the very first episode of a new series coming to the channel. It's going to be The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask. Definitely one of my all-time favorite games. Probably, I guess I don't like it as much as Ocarina of Time. It's a different game. It's got a lot of different things going on, but still, it is so amazing, and I'm so excited to do this game. I really am so excited. In case you couldn't tell, and it's a nice variety from the Pokemon stuff that I have going on the channel. I know a lot of you are just here just to see the Pokemon content. Pokemon is really popular right now, and that is perfectly fine, but I want to branch out just a little bit just because I want to show you guys some of the games that I really enjoyed playing growing up in addition to Pokemon. So we're going to do this, and it's not going to be a 100% run. It's just going to be like your basic standard LP-ish type of run through, unless you guys really want to see a 100% run, and if that's the case, feel free to let me know down in the comment section below that you want to see that. If I get a lot of people saying, hey, I want to see everything that this game has to offer, then fine, then that's what I'll do, and that's pretty much it. Otherwise, I'm just going to be running over and overviewing a lot of the stuff that you can do, not necessarily doing all of the little like tiny mini games and stuff that aren't necessarily essential to the main storyline. So we'll probably be missing a couple of heart containers if that's the case. Anyway, that's really not important. What is important is that we're about to play Majora's Mask, and I'm so pumped. I am so pumped. Let us get into this. So we're going to start with File 1, and I don't even know if Color Nation will fit as a name, but I don't think it will. No, it doesn't look like it will. We can try it, though. Why am I doing capital letters and lowercase letters mixed together? I am silly. I can actually spell, believe it or not. In real life, I can spell. Yeah, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. Alright, let's resort to what I normally do in Pokemon games because I never have enough room for my name. Anyway, so let's go with the T and then the N. Where's the N? Where's the N? Oh, there it is. It's hiding. Alright, that'll have to do. Cull Nation. That's close. And not even a shun, it's just a TN at the end. Whatever. So as for a light goal for this series, I'm not really sure. I don't expect it to be as popular as my Pokemon stuff that we have going on the channel, so I don't know if I really want to set a goal for this series. I guess for this episode, if we could get up to 60 likes, that would be absolutely fantastic. So if you would like to show support to the series, feel free to click that thumbs up button right below this video. And why did I not start the game? Why did I not start the game? I don't know if I like that. Say yes. So you guys will be hearing some controller noises. There's not really much I can do about that because I have to use a controller to play this game. In the land of Hyrule, there echoes a legend about the Ocarina of Time, not the Ocarina of Time, the Hero of Time. A boy who, after battling evil and saving Hyrule, crept away from the land that had made him a legend. Done with the battles he once waged across time, he embarked on a journey, a secret and personal journey. Interesting. A journey in search of a beloved and invaluable friend. And of course, we're talking about Navi here, our fairy from the Ocarina of Time. A friend with whom he parted ways when he finally fulfilled his heroic destiny. And look, we even have the fairy noise going on right there, so we know they could not possibly hint any more that we're talking about Navi here. And there's a lot of things going on with this game. We're about to reach the land of Termina or Termina. And I don't know, that sounds an awful lot like terminal, which means death. So, I mean, I kind of am a believer of the theory that Majora's Mask is actually the death of Link. Or not necessarily him dying right here, like right then and there, but I don't know, there's a lot of evidence supporting the fact that he is kind of like in a purgatory-ish world when he does enter Termina. So it's a whole big thing. I don't know if I'm going to go into it, because it would be way too much to explain, but we're just gonna enjoy the game for what it is. That's just what it comes down to. So we have these two fairies here, and they're being complete doo-doo faces, and just poking Epona in the face. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that. Get away from Epona, honestly. Oh, it's you. It's the Skull Kid, wearing Majora's Mask and everything, and it doesn't really look that good on him. It looks definitely out of place, I have to say. Doesn't work. Cramps your style, man. Hee hee. You two fairies did great. I wonder if he has anything good on him. Huh? This guy? Well, that shouldn't be a problem. What are you even talking about, Skull Kid? I like the way he walks. He just like waddles around. Look at that. It's just strange. It's just strange. I know he's a Skull Kid, but Skull Kids are actually like, I believe they're supposed to be children who died while being lost in the Lost Woods, which is what we're left to assume that this is where this is taking place. We're not actually told that this is the Lost Woods, but that's what we can assume. Oh, what a pretty ocarina. Hey, Skull Kid, let me touch it. I want to see. So this little jerk face is going to steal our ocarina and run away with it. You can't, Tail. What would we do if you dropped it and broke it? No way, you can't touch it. Aw, but sis, well, why can't I try it out too? So I think it's funny that the fairy names, we have Tattle as the female on the left there, the white, like beige-ish colored one, and then her brother is Tail, so Tattle and Tail. I see what you did there, Nintendo. How did he jump like that? Now he's dragging us along the ground with our horse. Our own horse. Our beloved Epona. This guy seriously needs a smack. Like, with a sword, honestly. I say honestly way too much. I really need to stop. I really, really need to stop saying honestly. That's like all I say. It is the only thing I say in this world. So we're gonna get taken to like this crazy area. It's eventually gonna lead us to Termina. But we kind of get thrown off the horse and we're just left to like lay there for a while, and it's kind of strange. Kind of strange. Honestly, I'm mad. I just said honestly again. Oh my goodness. I need to stop. I need to stop. So you guys are going to be hearing controller noises. I think I mentioned that already. But there's nothing I can do about it because I just can't. I mean, I can hold the controller like away from the microphone, but you're still going to be able to hear it. So that's just what it is. So we have the B button, obviously, that can slash with our sword. We can roll with A. The controls are pretty similar to that of the Ocarina of Time. I'm actually playing this on the Wii because you can get it from the shop channel, so that is cool. Unfortunately, I don't have my Nintendo 64 to play it on, and even if I did, I think the Wii offers a better quality, I believe, not positive. But anyway, we're going to jump across these little logs. One little interesting thing to note is that if you roll before you're jumping off any kind of platform or ledge, you'll actually jump farther. As you can see, I almost jumped right over the ledge itself. You don't need to do that here, but it's a nice thing to get in the habit of because you're going to be making some longer jumps, and it just makes your life a lot easier when you do that because it pretty much allows you to jump the same distance that you would if you were wearing the bunny hood, and I just jumped off there showing it again. But it does come in handy. Oh, alright, well, the grass is alive. It's alive! It's alive! Oh, I'm getting too carried away. So we're gonna go chase this little Skull Kid, and I don't understand, like, how did he get up these stumps with Epona, who can't normally jump except for like over little railings? I don't get it, and fences that are not this high. I don't understand. And then when we get down here, we're about to fall into a deep pit, which I believe, honestly, this is where Link dies. That's just my opinion because, I mean, it's Nintendo logic, or real world logic, either or. I mean, when you fall that far in a Nintendo game, you always die regardless of how many hearts you have. So we see like all kinds of like foreshadowing going on with the little like, it looked like a Windows screensaver, honestly, but we're gonna fall onto a Dooku flower. And Epona is nowhere to be found, so apparently Skull Kid also has magical transporting powers. And I don't know how I feel about that. What's with that stupid horse of yours? It doesn't listen to a word that's said to it. Okay, well that's because you're not its master. Duh, there's no point in riding a thing like that, so I did you a favor and got rid of it. Hee hee. I probably should give Skull Kid like a higher pitched voice because, I don't know, I just feel like I should. Oh, boo-hoo, why the sad face? I just thought I'd have a little fun with you. But you got rid of Epona. What did you do with our beloved steed? How could you? Now he's gonna curse us because he just when you think he couldn't do anything worse. He couldn't be any worse of a person. Now he's going to curse us, and we don't even get to be human anymore. We're about to be attacked by Dooku Scrubs right now. And for the first part of the game, we're actually forced to be a Dooku Scrub, and we can't change back into our normal form, which is a little bit unfortunate. It doesn't take that long to be able to switch forms, but it's a little bit unfortunate, I guess. We're running away, running away. Like, this all just seems like a nightmare or a dream. I honestly do believe that this whole Majora's Mask adventure is just, in a sense, a purgatory for Link after he dies here in the Lost Woods. I'm not sure if it's from the fall. That's my opinion. It could be that Skull Kid killed him at some other point. I don't know. But I don't know. It's just what I feel about it. Hee hee, now that's a good look for you. You'll stay here looking that way forever. And now apparently he can float. He didn't have these powers before. He didn't show them off. He was walking around, and now all of a sudden he can fly around and float. And he's going to take the purple fairy with him. But these two fairies, the brother and sister, they're about to be separated by a giant oak door, if that isn't even an oak tree. I don't know. I don't know. Aw, poor fairy, separated. Whoa, whoa, Skull Kid, wait for me. I'm still here. Tail, you can't leave without me. Tattle and Tail, such a cute little brother-sister combination. Aw, she's so sad. She's so sad. You! If I wasn't dealing with you, I wouldn't have gotten separated from my brother. Well, don't just sit there, Dooku boy. Do something. Why are you looking at me like that? What? Is there something stuck on my face? Will you stop staring and just open that door for me? Please, come on, a helpless little girl is asking you, so hurry up. Oh, Tail, I wonder if that child will be alright on his own. And by child, you mean Skull Kid? He'll be perfectly fine. He's got Majora's Mask. And we can get some more rupees here. And we will never return to this area. We just never will. So one thing to note is that these little Dooku flowers here, you can actually dive into them by pressing A and holding A, and then you can jump and you can fly around. And we're going to be using these a lot throughout the game, but that's just... actually, we have to use one in a minute once we get past this door. So apparently fairies can't open doors by pressing A like we can, because we are special. We are controlled by a controller, and the fairy is not. Where is Tattle? Oh, there she is. She's gonna wait for us back there, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what she's doing. I don't know. I don't understand fairies, guys. Hey, wait for me. Don't leave me behind. So, that stuff back there, I apologize, so take me with you. Of course, now you want my help. After you're all mean and helped him steal our horse and try to kill us, now you're like, oh, take me with you, I can help you. No. Well, you're lucky that I'm a nice Dooku scrub. You're really lucky. Well, I just so happen to have an idea of where he might be going. Take me with you and I'll help you out. Deal, please? We don't really have a choice. Good, so then it's settled. Now then, I'll be your partner, or at least until we catch that Skull Kid. My name's Tattle. So, it's nice to meet you, or whatever. Now that we've got all that straightened out, can we stop messing around and get moving? If I figure something out, press up C and I'll tell it to you. Hopefully you'll manage to get by without my help until then. Okay then. Oh, he's like, I don't even know. Girls, man. These female fairies. Navi was way better. So we can talk to Tattle here and she'll say, hey, if I call you, press up C right away. I just did that. Why are you so impatient? I can tell you're not very used to your Dooku scrub body yet. Alright, listen up. If you press and hold A, I already talked about this. Did I tell her to repeat? Yes, I did get that. Are you sure? One more thing. Press A when you're on the ground. Perform a spin attack. Alright, we already talked about this. There's nothing else to do in this room except for possibly go down on the ground and slash up those little grass things. But there's no reason for us to do that. We're just going to continue on through the door here. And we have another room, and we're actually locked out of the previous room, so we're never going back there. And yeah, we basically have to jump from ledge to ledge here using the Dooku flower. And then we will just about be in Clocktown already, which is where a majority of the game takes place. So, if you jump too early before you're settled in the Dooku flower, you have to give it a second. If you don't, he'll just jump out and you won't be able to fly anywhere and it'll be a bad time. So there is a treasure chest over here. We'll see what's in here. It's gonna be, Dooku nuts. Press B while flying to drop a Dooku bomb. Upon impact, it makes a blinding flash, freezing enemies in their tracks. I love Dooku nuts. Honestly, they're so helpful in the game, and a lot of people don't realize how useful they really are. It stuns a lot of enemies. In fact, there's some boss battles where Dooku nuts actually harm the boss. So that's kind of crazy. I probably shouldn't try to make that all the way over there, because that was not going to work, and I was going to fall into the abyss and die a second time, and it would be unfortunate. There we go. Alright, now we're in good shape. We should be able to make that. It's going to be close. There we go. Alright. Hey, you, come on, press Z and talk to me. You're so impatient and abrasive, I don't know how to handle it right now. When I fly over to people or objects, use Z to look at them so you can talk to them. Use Z targeting to talk to people even if they're far away. It's basically the same controls as Ocarina of Time, but you don't want to mention that. Come over to this tree and check it out. Alright, I'm working on it, Tattle. Honestly, I am working on it. Look, you made me just start saying honestly again. You just ruined everything. It's strange, but the way you look right now sort of looks like this tree. It looks all dark and gloomy, almost like it could start crying any second now. How sad. We're actually going to find out later in the game what this actually is. I mean, this is the old Dooku scrub that we were cursed with. So the Skull Kid used whoever this person was, or not person, this Dooku scrub was, to curse us and turn us into a Dooku scrub. So we'll find out later on who this Dooku scrub was actually supposed to be. But for now, we're just gonna I don't know, mourn the loss of random Dooku scrub. And as we walk this winding path, it's very strange and very, oh my goodness. What is even happening? Alright, now we're in the clock tower. And there's no going back again. So we're never going to go to those areas that we just proceeded through. We're never going back there. Never, 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 ever, ever, ever. Never, ever. Never, ever. And we're about to meet the Happy Mask Salesman for the first time. Which, this is interesting in itself. This line, you've met with a terrible fate, haven't you? Now, the interesting part about this line, and I want to explain a little bit about it. I know I said I wouldn't just litter this entire episode and this entire series with just me talking about how I think Link is dead in this game. But we're about to find out that the Skull Kid is going to make the moon crash into Clock Town. We have 3 days to stop it. Not if you die, but if you let the time run out and the moon destroy Clock Town and just kill everybody, instead of getting a game over screen of some kind, which is what you get in usual games, you would think, you know, that's kind of how video games work, you get the game over screen when you lose, we get this line again. You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you? So I don't know. I just find that very interesting that Nintendo would forego the game over screen to repeat this exact line verbatim. You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you? I don't know. I don't know. Think of that what you will. Tattle does not like this Happy Mask Salesman, though. I will tell you that right now. I will tell you that right now. I own the Happy Mask shop. And if you played Ocarina of Time, you will immediately recognize him, because we had to do some side quests with him, and you could see the bunny hood and the Mask of Truth and just various other things. I own the Happy Mask shop. I travel far and wide in search of masks. During my travels, a very important mask was stolen from me by an imp in the woods. So here I am at a loss, and now I found you. Now, don't think me rude, but I have been following you. Another thing that strikes me as very interesting, the fact that the only way to get here is for him to fall down a pit and then traverse a path that requires the use of Dooku flowers to even get to this point. But somehow he followed us. Somehow he followed us. And he just hangs out in this clock tower, which is supposed to represent the passage of time. Symbolism everywhere. Or we're all just crazy. For I know of a way to return you to your former self. How do you know that I've even been changed into a Dooku scrub? I know you've been following me, but still, it's a little bit creepy how much you know about me. If you can get back to the precious item that was, or not if you can get back to it, but if you can get back the precious item that was stolen from you, I will return you to normal. In exchange, all I ask is that you also get back my precious mask that the imp stole from me. And obviously he's talking about Majora's Mask. What? Is it not a simple task? Why, to someone like you, it should be by no means a difficult task. Okay, except the one thing is, I'm a very busy fellow and I must leave this place in 3 days. How grateful I would be if you could bring it back to me before my time here is up. But yes, you'll be fine. I see you're young and have tremendous courage. I'm sure you'll find it right away. I haven't decided on a voice for this, guy. As you can tell, I just keep like drifting in and out of random accents and... well, not random accents, but just random like tones. So, he says that we can... get turned back into our human form if we bring back Majora's Mask and get back our ocarina. Now, one little interesting Easter egg here is if you go behind him and take a look at his little backpack, he has a, you can't really see it very well because we're so short here, but he definitely has a Mario mask on his back, and I just always thought that was really, really interesting. In fact, the first couple of times that I played this game, I never actually went behind him, so I never saw this, but pretty cool. There's a lot of Mario references in Zelda games if you pay attention. You pay attention, they're usually pretty subtle like that. But anyway, if we go out the doors here, the double doors, it's going to be the dawn of the first day, and now we have a time limit. 72 hours remain. And that's just what it is. We have 72 hours to get our ocarina back. That is the goal of the first 3 days, after which time we will be able to manipulate the flow of time way more. And in fact, we can't do it at all right now, so we will be able to manipulate time at least a little bit. He gives me the creeps. That mask salesman was the sorry, just thinking aloud, but 3 days, even if we never sleep, that still leaves us with a measly 72 hours. Talk about demanding. You don't understand how this works, do you? I never sleep. I've never slept in any game that I've ever been in. It's a Zelda game. You don't sleep. You don't sleep. We have stuff to do. We have to save the world. We have to save Termina. We have all kinds of things that we need to have done. We don't have time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Well, don't just stand there. We're going to see the Great Fairy. Look, you want to find the Skull Kid, don't you? The Great Fairy will know what he's up to. She watches over everything. And just between you and me, the Skull Kid is no match for the Great Fairy. Go to the shrine near the North Gate. You find the Great Fairy in there. Alright, I need to check to see how long I've been recording before we actually get on with this. It's been about 21, 22 minutes, something like that, so we have time to get some stuff done. Now, there's not a whole lot that we can do when we're just forced to be in our Dooku Scrub form. But the first things first, we're going to go to the North Gate. So, in this little area here, obviously, if you're facing the clock tower, you'll be able to tell which direction is which. This dog will always attack you when you're a Dooku Scrub too, which is kind of annoying, not gonna lie. So we have, this is South Clock Town here, and then to the north, we have the North Clock Town, obviously. This will be East Clock Town here, and then the area by the little owl statue here will be, no, did not want to talk to you, did not want to talk to you. This will be West Clock Town by the little owl statue that we can't do anything with at this point. So let's go to North Clock Town and see what's going on. And there's a little Majora's Mask balloon, and I always found that interesting. I don't know why. Why do you have a Majora's Mask thing? Balloon. And why are you shooting at it? So confused. So confused. Alright, the Great Fairy Shrine is actually going to be right there, but we can't do anything with it yet because we have to find the stray fairy first. It's just how it works. So apparently all of the great fairies have been separated into stray fairies, which are like little small fairies that are just scattered randomly throughout the temples. And since this is not a temple, we just have to find the fairy. Now, during the day, I want to say that it's in the laundry pool. Is it in the laundry pool? Yes, it is. Unfortunately, we cannot just swim in water as a Dooku Scrub, so you have to jump across the water like so. One little advantage is that you can spin. So if you spin first, you get some extra distance, and it's not a lot, but sometimes it's the difference between making a jump and not making a jump, because when you don't make a jump, like so, you just drown, and it's really sad. You don't take any damage, which is pretty great, because you would think that you would take damage from drowning. You would think that would hurt a little bit, but no. No, we're an invincible Dooku Scrub. Please hear my plea. The masked Skull Kid has broken me apart and scattered my pieces. Please find a way to return me to the fairy fountain in North Clock Town. Alright, well, we were just there, so we're gonna head back there now. You must do this first. You can't just go to the Great Fairy Fountain. It's not gonna do you any good. You cannot progress unless you get that fairy. If it is nighttime, by the time you're looking for the Great Fairy, I don't know why it would be, because you always come out of the clock tower during the day at 6 a.m. Or I guess that would be morning, not day, but if you're looking for it at night, I believe it is in East Clock Town. It's just kind of floating around there. We haven't been there yet, and I probably should show you where it is. Probably should show you that. I know it's taking up extra time, but feel like it's the right thing to do, you know? It feels like the right thing to do. And we can get this animation out of the way too, because I don't even want to look at it. Don't even want to look at it right now. Alright, so over here, she's just going to be flying up in the air, basically right here. You can use this Dooku flower right here to get that fairy, and it'll be a nice time. So that's it. And that is all I have to say about that. We're going back to North Clocktown. We have to visit the Great Fairy, who will grant us the power to actually use magic, and that's going to be a fun time. Because who doesn't like a magical Dooku scrub? Let's be serious right now. Who does not like a magical Dooku scrub? That just sounds like the greatest thing. The greatest creation of all time. Oh no, the Great Fairy! What could have possibly happened? I don't know. It's probably that Skull Kid who's been ruining everything. He's been ruining everything. Honestly, every time I talk about him, I have to use the word honestly. I need to stop. I need to stop. I need to stop. Alright, so the Great Fairy is kind of ugly, but she's going to give us some cool powers. Tattle, and you, young one of the altered shape. Thank you for returning my broken and shattered body to normal. I am the Great Fairy of Magic. I thought that masked child was helping me, and I grew careless. A careless Great Fairy? That doesn't sound like a real thing. I don't know if I believe you. All I can offer you now is this. I shall grant you magic power as a sign of my gratitude. Please accept it. So now we will be able to use magic. And in Ocarina of Time, it allowed you to shoot different kinds of arrows. Once you obtain the arrows, of course. We're not anywhere near that point. But it also allowed you to do like spin attacks and use magic, and it was just a fun time. It was just a fun time. So what can we do as a Dooku scrub while having this magical power? We're about to find out. In your current form, press B to shoot bubble blasts. Press and hold B to blow a big bubble. That just sounds dangerous. Just sounds dangerous. I'm scared. Release B to shoot it. Your magic power decreases when you shoot. Replenish it with magic jars and magic potions. The man who lives in the observatory outside of town may know of the Skull Kid's whereabouts, but be careful. You must not underestimate that child's powers. Kind young one, if ever you are returned to your former shape, please come see me. I shall give you more help. So we're going to be coming back here, and we will have to get the fairy again, the stray fairy, but it's not like it was that difficult. It's not like it was that difficult at all. So now we have something that we can do. We can shoot bubbles, like so, and if you hold B, it'll just get bigger, and it's a little bit difficult to aim, but it actually does more damage than arrows once we get the bow. So that's something I didn't know growing up. I figured that arrows would do more damage than some ridiculous little bubble shot, but the arrows are not magical and the bubbles are, so that is the thing. So first things first, we want to go right over here and shoot this Majora's Mask thingamajiggy, because we need to access the observatory and we can't go out into Termina Field, which is the only other way to access it. So we need to do this. We need to do it this way. That's just what it is. Are you the one who just popped that up there? Just pop that up there. Oh, okay, I guess that makes sense. Not bad for a Dooku scrub. We bombers have a hideout that leads to the observatory outside town. You need a code to get in. Maybe I'll tell you what it is. What do you mean, maybe? That is not enough. That will not get me into the observatory. I can't stop the Skull Kid with a maybe. Can't just tell you what the code is. You'll have to pass my test first. Are you ready? I guess we're ready. Alright, line up, guys. So there's 5 of these little squirts. If you can find all 5 of us by tomorrow morning, I'll teach you the code. So you want to do this as early as possible so that you don't run out of time, obviously. But there's going to be one over here, just hiding back here. And it's actually, you have to do this as a kid as well, or in your human form. And actually, I think it's harder when you're human because I don't know if you're actually moving slower, but I feel like the Dooku Scrub just moves faster. I don't know. The easiest way to do this, because these kids are fast, the easiest way I can think to offer a strategy for you is to corner them if at all possible. And sometimes it's not that easy because of just the routes that they take, and I just like to push them back in the corner like that. Alright, 3 left, so we have quite a few hours to find these other kids, because morning does not start at 12 a.m., it starts at 6 a.m. So we have well over 12 hours to find these other kids. We're going to go into East Clocktown next, and he's a member of the Bombers, but he is just guarding the entrance to where the back door to the observatory is, so we don't need to worry about him. But we do have a kid up here who is just chilling with a cuckoo, and he's going to go flying, which he's just taking advantage of a poor little cuckoo, and I don't understand why you would do that. Don't understand why anyone would do that. I love cuckoos, except they don't really love you when you're slashing them with your sword. I used to think that was really funny. Oh, you caught me. Now there are only 2 left. Alright, 2 left. I'm pretty sure there's another one here in East Clocktown. I thought there was. Ah, there you are. I see you up there. No, Tattle, leave me alone. Leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you. Okay, you can't see him. There we go. You can see his head. He's up there. He's up there. Trust me. So we're going to use our Dooku flower. If I can actually get inside it, that would help. And we're going to fly up there. And he most likely is going to jump off, but I kind of want to make him go the opposite direction so I can corner him over here like so, and now we only have 1 more to get, and about 12 hours to do it. 12 hours in the game time, obviously. It's not in real time because, as you can see, the clock down, the bottom part of the screen is moving very quickly. And there is a way that we can slow that down, but we need the ocarina to do that, so it's not happening right now. It is not happening right now at all. Now, I don't believe there's any kids in South Clocktown. I believe the other one is in Western Clocktown, so we're going to go over there. And this is just a different entrance. There's 2 entrances to West Clocktown. There he is. All right, I see you over there. I see you. So we're actually going to complete this a lot faster than what I thought. But they'll probably give us some trouble when we have to do this as a human because, I don't know, it always just takes me longer. I don't know what else to say. Don't know what else to say. Alright, kid. Alright, kid, get in that corner. No, that is not getting in the corner. Look, he just taunts you. Look at this kid. Look at this little brat taunting us. Honestly, I would love to just shoot you. But, oh, did that actually hit him? It knocked him over. Alright, so the more you know. I mean, he still gets up and runs away, but he fears the wrath of the magical Dooku Screw bubble, and I don't blame him. You're pretty good for a Dooku Scrub. If only you were human, then it could give you an original Bomber's Notebook and make you a member. Hint, hint. What do you guys think? No way, no scrubs. I am not a scrub, I am a Dooku Scrub. There is a big difference. But I'll teach you the code, just like I promised. I can tell you only once, though, so pay close attention. Are you ready? So they're going to turn around, and they're numbered, interestingly enough. So we have 53214. 53214. This code changes every time you play the game, so it's just, I'm pretty sure it's just randomized. So your code, if you're following along with me for whatever reason, because you just want to and it's fun, and I don't blame you for that, but your code's going to be different. So 53214. 53214. To remember that. Have to remember that for like another 60 seconds. Is that possible? 53214. 53214. Okay, I think I got it. I'm gonna talk to this kid right here. If you want to pass through here, you have to say the secret code. Well, lucky for you, 53214. Bam. That's right. If you know the code, then you remember, right? Okay, here you go. I like his little bandana thing that he's got going on. There's a lot of cool stuff at that telescope guy's place. The telescope guy. How silly. Kids are so cute. Okay, so we get into this little, like, undergroundish place. Undergroundish place. Now, there actually is a silver rupee chest over this way, and there's a Skulltula over there as well that will come down and attack you. Actually, I don't even know if we can... Nope, we can't get over there. We'd have to swim over there, and Dooku Scrubs don't swim. So that's not happening. Silver rupees are worth 100, by the way. But, yeah, so you can just, if you slide across, you can actually make it without hopping on each platform. If you just decide to hop, it's better to just do it that way so that you don't drown. Not that you have a farther way to go back. It will just warp you back to the first platform, so it's not that big of a deal. Fire is also really bad for Dooku Scrubs, so if you get touched by fire at all, it will send you back to the beginning of whatever room you're in. So yeah, don't get touched by fire ever. Just don't. Just don't. Now that we have bubbles, we can kill these things, but it's better to have him come down. Then you can target him with your Z targeting or L targeting. You still have to shoot him in the back. You cannot shoot the front of him because he's armored, kind of. Armored spiders. That just sounds scary. That just sounds scary. We have another Majora balloon going on here because apparently that is a thing in these parts. I would think that these pots would have magic, and finally we've got some magic there. So we can shoot this up. Bam! Fireworks! I feel like we just teleported up half the ladder. Did I miss him climbing up the first couple of rungs? Am I that crazy? Alright, so you can notice Mr. Scarecrow here. I wouldn't talk to him right now because there's nothing we can do without our ocarina, so it's pretty much just pointless. I think his name is actually Pierre. Pierre the Scarecrow. Not bad. Not bad. He definitely, I'm sure he has a French accent and everything. How do I get up there? I'm just a scrub, man. Let me get up there. There we go. I just skipped over the first part of what he said by accident. Are you a new friend of the Bombers gang? Your manners seem much better than those of your mischievous friend from the other day. That ill-mannered troublemaker from the other day said he'd break my instruments. He said he'd steal my moon's tear. There was no stopping him. Even now, just watch him. He's probably causing trouble around the clock tower. Will you gaze into the telescope? Of course. Of course I will gaze into your telescope. Why wouldn't I? I love telescopes. They're my favorite thing. They're my favorite. What are you doing? You were just dancing on top of that pillar like you have no worries. You are a strange person. Another thing you can see with the telescope over here is there's 20 rupees in that tree. Okay. Or 40 rupees, actually. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. I thought there was a guy in one of these trees. Sometimes there's like one of the workers for the observatory is just like chilling in the trees trying to get those rupees. Anyway, he's not there right now. Maybe that's him. I don't know. He's slacking off. Maybe he's only there during the day. But we want to look at the clock tower there. You can see there's a little outline of something going on there. There's the moon, which is going to be falling if we don't stop this stupid little skull kid. So you just want to hit A to zoom in, and there's going to be a little cutscene, and it will show something falling from the eye of the moon, and that's going to be the moon's tear. And we need that to actually reach the upper portion of the clock tower, which we, have to do to confront the skull kid and all that stuff. So we are, we are over half an hour into this recording, so I think I'm going to keep going until we reach the point where, yeah, because we can't save yet. So I don't think I'm going to just cut off the episode here. It'll be a little bit of a long episode. I won't keep all the episodes this long, but this one's going to be kind of long. So that's just what it is. Get the moon's tear. There's really only one use for it. And so we're going to be going to do that right now. Unfortunately, we have to wait until the eve of the carnival, which is on the final night, and we are on the night of the first day, so we're gonna have to wait through 2 days basically. And I think I'm gonna cut that out because it will honestly just be us standing around and not doing anything. Now that doesn't happen too often in the game because once we get our ocarina we can manipulate time and make it so that we don't have to do that because we can skip over certain sections. We can skip ahead to, 6 hours at a time, I think is what it actually is. But, not 6 hours, 12 hours. I don't know. I'm not with the program right now. Obviously I'm not with the program right now. We want to go to South Clocktown, so I guess this would be the fastest way to go. And it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a lot of fun. We have 39 rupees. Now, one thing that we actually can do is start depositing rupees in the bank. But before we do that, I want to go do something with the moon's tear. So we'll put that on one of our C buttons. I guess we can put our Dooku nuts there too, because we had nothing assigned to the C buttons at all. Wait, hang on. So we go over to this little golden Dooku flower. We'll be interrupted by this business scrub. He's going to come over and say, hello, what's going on? And put on his funky business hat, because you have to have a different hat. It's just how it works. This is my private property. Don't try using it when I'm not around. But we have a moon's tear. I've already sold out of my wares, and the carnival hasn't even begun. I'm thinking of closing up shop so I can buy a gift for my wife and return to her in my village. I've heard that a stone called the Moon's Tear shines brighter than any other in the land. If you've got one, I'd really like to get it from you. My wife would love it. If you give it to me, I'll give you my spot here, Dooku flower included. So, that's what we want to do. Just give him the Moon's Tear. There's no other use for this in the game. There's nothing else that we can get from it. We can't sell it. We can't do anything. We're going to get the land title deed, which really doesn't do us any good at this point. There's something that we can do with it later on, but there's no point in worrying about it now. In fact, we're going to be coming across a lot of things that we can't do, and we'll have to come back to. There is quite a bit of backtracking involved in the game. That's just the nature of a Zelda game, especially the N64 games. That's just what it is. They're long, and there's lots of items and lots of backtracking, and that's just kind of what it is. It's very similar to Metroid, or at least the GameCube Metroid games are very much so like the Zelda games in that way. Now, it is just about the morning of the second day, but we have to wait until midnight on the final night, which final meaning third, obviously. But what I'm going to do in the meantime is go into West Clocktown, because actually I'm going to wait for it to be day because the screen's getting all weird. It just gets smaller and smaller as it gets closer to 6 a.m. I don't know why it does that. I guess to give you warning that dawn is coming in case you couldn't tell. But you can hear the clock tower too, so I don't know. I don't even know. Alright, morning of the second day. Let's talk to this guy. Hey there, little guy. Won't you deposit some rupees? Nowadays, even if people have money, they don't deposit any. Nothing. So for a limited time, I'll give you a special gift based on how much you deposit. For example, if you deposit 200 rupees, you'll get an item that holds a lot of rupees. So more than 99, which is what we currently can carry with our current wallet. So we're going to aim for 200 rupees. So we can deposit, oops, no, not 100. If I can only carry 99 and I only have 39, why am I trying to deposit 100? Really? Are you really depositing 39 rupees? Yes, seriously, that's a lot. That's a lot. So little guy, what's your name? Coronation, is it? Got it. I won't forget your many deposits. Let me stamp you with my special ink. Well, that doesn't sound creepy at all. Sounds perfectly natural. There. Now I'll know when I see you. So, we have 39 rupees. We need to get 200. So, we have some time to be able to get some rupees. So, I suggest that you spend this next day just getting rupees, because the sooner you get the adult wallet, the best. The better. I can't even make sentences right now. I've been recording for a long time. Let me just look. About 42 minutes, something like that. Not that it matters, but I mean, long episodes are good too, right? Who cares? Alright, we have a whopping 6 rupees from that, so that is just fantastic. Can we get up here as a Dooku Scrub? I'm curious. No, we cannot. We get thrown right off. How unfortunate. Now, some of the better ways to get rupees actually are unavailable to us at this point. There's actually a chest that's going to be over here, but we can't get it because we can't make that jump. And so we just kind of fall, and it sucks. There actually aren't a lot of ways to make rupees at all in Clocktown. As just a Dooku Scrub, and we can't leave because if we go and try to do that, he'll say, wait a moment, Dooku Scrub, have you some errand in the canyon? It is dangerous outside the town wall, so I cannot allow a child like you to go out alone until you are old enough to carry a weapon. You cannot pass through here without being accompanied by an adult. Alright, so we don't have a weapon. This is just a big poop time. So I actually think that we're gonna call it an episode here. I mean, we're almost like 45 minutes in, and we're just waiting to be able to save. So I think I'm gonna include that in the second episode, because there's gonna be cutscenes with that and just all kinds of stuff going on. So I'll leave us over by South Clocktown, and if I can actually get there, that would be great. That would be great if we could actually get over here. There we go. I cannot wait until we get the bunny hood already, and I just started this game. This is episode 1, and I'm already missing having the bunny hood. Alright, so, on the final night, we will be wanting to come back here, but we're not going to be doing that. Is that actually... That looks like the symbol for Din, the goddess of, I guess, what was it, fire? No, she's not the goddess of fire. It's Din's fire from the Ocarina of Time. That just looks like her symbol. I don't know. I'm getting carried away. So that's going to be it for this time, guys. I want to thank you all for watching and sticking with me through this entire long episode. I'm going to try to make the episodes about a half an hour in length, give or take, anywhere from like 20 to 35 minutes, you know, give or take, because there's a lot to be done, and it's not going to... we're not going to be able to get a lot done if I only make it like 20 minutes every single time. So if we have things that don't take that long, then I'll make it a shorter episode. But that's what I'm shooting for. If you would like to see certain things, or if you want to ensure that this is going to be a 100% run through of the game with all of the masks and heart pieces and all of that shenanigans, feel free to leave that in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to show your support to the series and the channel by clicking the thumbs up button if you have not done so already, or the dislike button if you absolutely hated this video and you think I am a stupid poopy face. And feel free to write that in the comments too. Whatever you want to do, whatever you guys want to do. So I will see you all for the next episode, but until then, game on!